Probably the most vital verses in the Scripture that contributed to the Protestant Reformation and, of course, the awakening of Martin Luther would be those verses in Habakkuk, Romans, Galatians, and Hebrews that tell about how the just shall live by faith. And we believe that. We know it's true. And sometimes we use the phrase when we're seeking after God, well, we have to take it by faith. And while that's true to some extent, I want us to recognize the importance of assurance today as well. Because, yes, we do need to trust God, but we have to have that based on something. And in Romans 8, we read how the Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. In 1 John 5, we can read in various places where it says that we know that we are born of God and that kind of thing. So I want us to recognize today that, yes, we must take things by faith, but we have to know that everything is clear. And here's a little distinction I want you to think about today. First of all, we sometimes use this phrase, and we, maybe even seeking after God, we say, well, I've done all I know to do. But in a sense, that's a message of defeat. What we really should say, and what we have to get to the place of saying and be in reality, is I know I've done all I need to do. Notice the difference? It's not just I've done all I know to do, but I know I've done all I need to do. And that is the difference between defeat and victory, because when we can say, I know I've done everything I need to do, then it's easy to believe. It just wells up in our heart, and we just know. And when that happens, nobody has to convince you to trust God. You can just say, I know. It's real in my heart. And I've gone from the place of just hoping, trusting, thinking that maybe everything's okay until I know it's real. And so I urge you, don't stop just saying, well, I'm just going to take it by faith, but make sure that you know beyond any doubt, you have the assurance in your soul that, yes, I'm living by faith, but it's because I know that I have done what God required. And so let's keep that in our minds and our hearts and allow God to really stir us to a full assurance in faith.